Radio Namibia on my show A Moment with Dr. Ayesha Mughees. And today we have a very interesting topic, and it's been a request from so many men out there who really wanted somebody to guide them when it comes to finding the right kind of a person before you get married to her. So the topic is, what qualities should you look for in a woman before getting married to her? So after you found somebody who is loving, who fulfills all your needs, is nice and friendly, is smart and intelligent, I think the other first and foremost thing that you need to do is to check and look into what kind of activities she's involved in, and definitely her belief system as well. Now, why I mentioned two of these things at the same time is because they go side by side. For example, in South Asian countries, you'll find women who go to these fake religious scholars, also known as peer fakirs and babas, and obtain amulets from them in order to control their husbands, their children, and their in-laws. So this could be potentially harmful, not only for you but your family members as well. So basically, during this entire process, anything could happen. For example, a loved one could pass away, relationships or careers could be destroyed. So therefore, you should avoid and refrain from such women, keep away from them, and do not go into a relationship with them. This is my advice to you. Now, something else that you should look for in a woman is that she doesn't get jealous of others, particularly you and your family members, and neither does she compete with you all. Because a woman who's too busy doing these two things her entire life will actually disturb and destroy your family unit, your peace of mind, and therefore drifting you away from your main aims and objectives. Such women, they use their children as their weapon and hence portray a wrong image of you and your siblings and your parents in their eyes, and this causes your children basically to be more inclined towards their maternal side and not their paternal side, your side of the family. And that's because she herself hates your family, your siblings, your parents, and that's why she uses her children as a weapon against you and your family. So, somebody who does not teach her children the worth and importance of you and your family, I don't think that's a good fit, because eventually what happens, that family turns into enemies, which is potentially harmful, and it could again disturb your peace of mind and so on. The other thing that you should look for in a woman is that she's not two-faced. Certain women, they treat their in-laws differently in front of their husbands, and behind their husband's back they treat them completely differently. Their actions don't really match their words. So basically, they show their evil side to their in-laws in the absence of their husband, and once he shows up, they're like really nice to their in-laws and everything, as if nothing really happened or they don't have any issues or anything. They're just acting it out. To be very honest, you need to look into it and you'll find out soon and more. If you go up to YouTube, you'll find lots of videos where certain YouTubers have exposed how some women mistreat their in-laws in the absence of their husbands, and their husbands don't really believe their parents when they tell them what type of a woman, or their siblings either, when they tell them what type of a woman they're married to. They keep on telling them that you're a liar and this and that. So you need to go and see those YouTube videos, which are particularly also from the same region, South Asia, and you'll see how certain people, certain YouTubers have exposed these women. What I've noticed is that women from the same region, when they have lived abroad for a year or more, at least a year, I would say, or they've been studying there or just living there abroad, they are more broad minded, and their vision, their perception about relationships and life is a whole lot different than other women who have never really left the region, because society has trained them, has made their perception and vision as such, as if that their in-laws are supposed to be their enemies. That's a competition for them. These women really need to be trained by their parents how to deal with their in-laws. And unfortunately, in this area, women who've never been outside South Asia, these women are tricked by their parents how to mistreat their in-laws, their husband as well, how you have to handle him, how you have to tackle him, as if it's going to be a war once you enter that house. This is actually a disgrace to the society. If you won't teach your daughter how to respect her husband and his family, and I'm not saying that a man's family, your family, can do anything to the woman, but she has to be the good one. No, it works both. If you're a man who lives in a joint family system and you're looking for a woman, then you need to look for a woman who would accept you living in a joint family system. Because a woman who comes into your family and then later wants you to quit living with them and have a house of yours and disturbs the entire family unit, then she's not a good fit for your family, of course. So, for women out there who want to live with their man separately, then you need to look for a man who's already living alone and not with his family. You need to know exactly what you want. But going into a family which is a joint family and then destroying the whole family unit just because you're not satisfied doesn't make any sense. But if you can talk it out nicely and easily before you get married, that whether you want to live separately or together, then there's nothing better than that. So this is my advice to you. I hope all of you will benefit from this show of mine. And this is Dr. Ayesha Mughees signing off until next week.